Hello everyone, this is Adnan with another video on Microsoft 365 Enterprise Administrator Certification. In this video, we are going to see how to manage Office 365 licenses. So we are going to see what are our current licenses, then how to assign license to a single user, and how to do a group-based license management, and then review license usage. So let's get started. So I am logged into my portal. So here we are logged in with Microsoft 365 Admin Center. So our first stop will be about licensing is all in billing. So we can go to billing here, and within billing all we need to do is go to first of all we can look at the purchase services. Here you can find all of the products that are available that you can buy one by one according to your need. Now when it comes to licensing, there are three different ways you can buy licenses. So for example, if I go here, Microsoft enterprise plans, if we can go on to Microsoft website right here, so there are three types of licenses available. So one is basically if we go to product, home, for home user licenses, business users, and for enterprise. Now home users are residential users, individual users. You can buy licenses. Let's say if I need to see the pricing for individual, I've opened another tab. If I need to see a pricing for small business, this is basically small business where your company has your users less than 350 or 300 users. You can buy one of these licenses for small business, schools, and some other businesses. And enterprises are considered anywhere where you have employees more than 350, 300 employees. So if I go to if I can open this as well. So first of all, let's look at personal. So when you buy for personal use, it's saying that full license is 99 per year, which is here. You can buy and download the license. With this, you can get a subscription of Office apps with 1 TB of cloud storage, and you will be able to use OneDrive. You will be able to use upload folder. You will be able to use all the Office, MS Office suite applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and so on. And here you have it will give you some information. And if you go with business means that here you will have three different type of packages: business basic, business standard, business premium, and here you have Microsoft 365 apps. Now in this you can also try all of them for free for one month. And with this, so there are three different type of packages. Normally business these packages are for those organizations that have employees less than 300 or 350 employees. You can also go with enterprise licenses, which comes in three flavors: E3, E5, F3. This is the cheapest one. This is the expensive one. This is cheaper than E5. E5 is the one that has everything included. So as you can see here, E5 is the one that has all. So you can buy one license per user. If you are buying E5 license for the user, which means that all Microsoft 365 applications and all the features will be available in this. Whereas in E3 you can see some arrows are like white, some arrows are black. Black means all feature is included. White means that partially Teams is available, but with partial features. So basically this is the same thing that you can see within here, within purchase services. Then and here you can just go to details and you can select whatever package you need to select from in this. Here you have some plans here as well. You can go to the details and you can find out that if whichever plan suits you well. And in here you can go to your product. Your product will show you what license you currently have. So at the moment I'm using with this subscription that we got this subscription, Office 365 E5 trial, we got 25 free licenses that are good for 30 days. From 25 licenses, we have only used 2 of the licenses, and 23 licenses are still available. Here you can also see that I've also activated Active Directory Premium 2 subscription, and in another video I'll show you that why we added this subscription and from where you can edit it. Basically you can activate this subscription for free trial from Active Directory, Azure Active Directory, and I enabled this to use the dynamic groups, because dynamic groups is the option. I will show you in another video that how do you configure that. So at the moment we are looking at Office 365 license, and if you go to your product, you will see that how many licenses your organization is using and how many total licenses you have. So if I go to this subscription, my Office 365 subscription from your product, you can see that you can see some more details about your product that you have purchased from Microsoft. And so while this is loading up, you also have licenses here. So I'm just going to right click on this and open another tab while this is loading. And once we go here, within licenses, you will see that how many licenses are in use in a little bit more detail. And at the same time, while these both are being loaded, let's see how to assign a license to a user. So I'm going to go to active users within this. So this page is being loaded, this page is being loaded, and I'm waiting for this other page to be loaded so that I can show you how to assign licenses. Now when we assign licenses, there are two ways we can assign licenses of Office 365, and one is we can assign single user license, or we can create a group and we can create group licenses as well. So here it's just saying that it is, I just had to refresh this in here, and so I'm just gonna close this because there is something probably wrong with the internet. So internet is working fine. Sometimes Office 365, accessing of Office 365, managing Office 365 is always, it's a bit slow process. So just bear with me here. So in the meantime, we can go back to active users. And so last time when we logged in, so, okay. So definitely there is something wrong with the internet. Internet is connected, but it's just loading the page. So we are here with Abdul in Active Directory, but let's go back to, I think we're already logged in to this page with Ben. And if I go back here, look at the apps, there are no apps assigned for Ben at the moment. Now, as soon as we assign license to Ben, then we will be able to see the patches. So let's go and assign a license to Ben. So Ben should be able to use Office 365. So we are going to jump back here and go back to in here, and Office 365 is kind of bit, so I'm going to open another session with Office 365. I'm going to pause the screen at this point because I think there is something wrong with my internet, and I'm going to fix internet and come back in a moment. So I'm switching my internet. Definitely it's an internet problem. I'm switching to another internet, and so I'm going to pause the video. So I connected to my other internet, and let's see if this can work. Office 365, refreshing the screen. We can close this window and try connecting to Office 365. Okay, I'm logged in again. It was a problem with the with Edge, the internet browser, and so I had to just close everything, reconnect everything, re-logged in. So I'm re-logged in again. So so what we were doing, we were trying to basically assign a license to Ben. First of all, let's go to Ben and re-log in, because since I closed all the browsers, I did close Ben's browser as well. So first of all, let me find Ben and then log in with Ben. So I'm just gonna copy the username so that I can log in. And for this we are going to log in into a private browser. The reason why I'm logging into the private browser, because I need another browser. If I log into the same Edge browser, then in that case what happens is it will log me it will log me off from there. So one user can log into one browser. This is why I opened another browser. So in here the password that we set up last time, and since Ben is also part of MFA, so in this case I am going to prove that from my phone. Once it is approved, once it is approved, it will be logged in. So here it's just giving me some errors. If I go to the screen here, so in this case it is showing me everything. It's perfect, the account is perfect, everything is fine. Sometimes it does give that error message. Okay, so don't worry about this error message. You can just go to Office 365. Now what we are going to do, we are going to assign license here so that we can find apps and Ben can start working with the application. So all we need to do is to go to my admin center, and from here Ben is already here. I can go to licenses, and I can this time I can select Office 365 license. So out of 25 licenses, I'm going to use another license. I have the option to select which apps that I need to select from, but in this case I'm going to assign all the apps to Ben. So in this case, let's save this setting, and once it is saved, it is almost immediately license will be assigned. So it is saved, the changes are saved. I'm gonna go back to, we are going to go back here and refresh the screen. So we can ask the user to just refresh, and in a moment, most of the time you don't need to basically see all of the apps here. You don't have to ask the user to re-log in. We can just make sure. So I'm just gonna put it here, and I'm gonna put this here. So let's see. So this is Ben Andrew, and I'm logged in with Ben Andrew here. This is Office 365 homepage. You can access, yeah, so that's just a normal message. I'll just make sure that if the license is properly applied to Ben. So in this case, to subscription trial, so here the license is applied. It is applied, and if we see the mailbox, yeah, mailbox is also created, because as soon as you assign a license, the mailbox will be created. And in this case, so it's not coming back, and most of the time it does. So let me log off and log back in, or in the meantime let's wait, and we'll go back here to licenses and see that how many licenses are assigned. So in this case we are going to go down here. So here we can see 3 licenses are, yes, 3 licenses are applied. And if I go into license details, so 22 available, and Ben has this license. So Ben has a license, Ben is logged in, and so all I need to do is to make sure that Ben has the licenses. Now, yes, so now it is available. So this is what I was saying, you don't need to log off, just wait for a few moments and you will see all of the apps that Ben Ben can use. So Ben can now install the software as well on his computer, the Office software, and Ben has access to everything. Ben also have access to Outlook as well because his mailbox is also created, and Ben can send and receive email using this domain. So right here, let's send a message to, let's see if the mail is also working. So I'm going to send message to Ben himself. So this is a test message and send, and immediately you will find the message because it is sent from Ben to Ben. It should be in the inbox here. So yes, so right here in the focused, it just takes a few moments. So the ban message is here. So this is how we can manage licenses. So I'm going to go back to admin panel. We can assign licenses user by user. You can go to user, you can select the user, then within the user you can assign directly the license right here. Now there is a second way of assigning a license. The second way is by group license. Let's say you have 10 finance department user, and those finance department users, they come and go, so you need to assign licenses. So we can assign licenses through groups as well. Now group licensing needs to be done from Active Directory. Here we also have groups, and you can create groups right from here as well. So for now, if I see there are some active groups available in this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to Active Directory and create a group and then assign licenses. So let's go back to, so for that we need to go to Active Directory and assign licenses from there. So for that I need to go down to show all, open Active Directory. It opens another tab, and here we can create users, we can create a group. So for that I need to go to the group here, or you can select Azure Active Directory and go in here, create a group. And once you're here, we can create a new group here. So once we create a new group, it will ask us for the group name. First of all, what type of group it will be. It can be a security group, it can be Office 365 group. In another video, I'm going to go into more detail about different types of group, but here we need to create a group for just for licenses management. So for that, group will be Office 365 group. The group name is, let's say it is Finance E5 licenses. So this is Finance E5 licenses. We can provide a description as the group name, and in here all you need to do is it will be assigned. So this might not be working for you unless you activate Premium 2. We will do that later on, but at the moment we'll just leave it assigned. So just provide the group type, name, and here assigned, and here we don't need to do anything. You are the owner, whoever is creating the group is the owner, and there are no members at the moment. So we have created this group, and this is the group that we have just created. And to this group, if I go into the group now, to this group here, you go into the group properties here, and within group properties you can go to licenses. So in licenses, all you need to do, you need to go here, assignment, and I would say that I need to select Office 365 E5 licenses for this. You can select different applications. From here we are going to select a full E5 license for this group. Now the group license is assigned. Now at the moment no licenses are in use. So if I go back to my licenses in use in here, there it will still show 22 available and 3 are gone. 3 licenses are gone. So when you assign a license to an empty group, no licenses are used. The licenses will be used when you add members to this group. So let's say if I go inside and go to members and add some users as members. So I'm just gonna select random users. So I'm gonna select Abdul, uh, Adam. So 1, 2, 3, 4 users are added to this group. Let's say these are finance member. So now what happens is licenses will be automatically assigned to them. Now here you're seeing the domain name is their Active Directory domain name, because we sync these users from Active Directory. It will be refreshed. So since we have changed the domain names of all these users from to a custom domain, it will be changed. And if it is not, sometimes when you change the custom domain name, it is not applied to all the users, so we can change them right from here, or we can change them from the admin center as well. So at the moment we are looking that if 4 licenses are automatically assigned to these users, since this is a licensed user group. So for that, I'll go back here and I will refresh this screen. So as soon as I refresh the licenses screen in our organization, it should check that how many licenses are assigned. So yes, now it's saying 7 licenses are assigned, and all the users that are part of that group is assigned licenses automatically. So these were the users, and you can see the domain name is correct showing here, but it's not in Active Directory. It will be sometime. It just takes time. This is the original domain name that users are using, with which they will log in. So if I go back here, it's not showing them correctly. If I refresh them few times, yes, as soon as I refresh, the domain name is shown properly here. So it is changed. Sometimes just refresh is required. So but as soon as you remove a user from here, also the license will be removed. So that's the advantage of a group with assigned licenses, where you can automatically assign license and you can remove license and assign them to other users. So now if I refresh this here, that one user license should be removed. So which user license? I think it was Adam, and Adam is here. I think this might take few minutes. Adam will be automatically removed. Yes, it is automatically removed now. 6 licenses, and probably it was somebody else. So it was someone else that we removed from this. So from this group there is this. Now there is another way of finding out that which type of license is assigned to these users. So for example, if I go to active group, and if I go to active users, and here within this we can choose columns, and within columns I can select here usage, location, title, everything is fine. License, so license is already selected, and all I need to do is to basically sort it by license, and here I can filter by license as well. So here only the licensed users, so it will show us only the licensed users. And when you look at the licensed users here, it will show you that these are all of the licensed user in this. So this is how we can assign single license and multiple license. And how do we add more products here? You can also buy these licenses. So let's say if I go to licenses here, and since these are at the moment, these are all these licenses are all free trial licenses. Now here you can go to manage subscription, and when you're managing the subscription, you can buy these licenses. So once these licenses are expired, they are not they are not blocked, or they're not disabled. So let's say your company has decided that these 6 licenses are must and we must buy them. So here you can select this option, buy paid subscription. And when you buy a subscription, to start with, it will ask you for the payment for the 6 licenses, and then you can add more licenses as you like. So within this, it's now showing what the cost of 6 licenses will be The cost of 6 licenses will be shortly. It will show us right here $304, and you can place an order. Here you need to complete everything, provide whatever information, and here the license cost is $50 per user. You can increase the number of licenses, and so minimum can be not less than 6, because 6 licenses are in use, and the cost will be for 12 licenses $600. And once you select them, then you can buy them. For now we're not buying anything. We have 6 licenses in use. So in this video we have seen how to do a simple license management in Office 365, and buy new products, buy licenses, and work with license management I mean, we can manage licenses through groups as well. Thank you for watching this video.